Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Fellowship of the Golden Age. And today, on the other side of the world, I have a very fine human being, and this is Kirill. So, hi, Kirill.
Hi, Neptune. Hi to everyone.
Okay, so as usual, we're just going to get to know Kirill and discover a bit about him and his journey on the spiritual path. So, Kirill, we'll open up, and could you share with us your description of what a separate self is?
Okay, how I see that. This can be like some sense of identity, what I have, or some thought form, or some emotion, or just like some energy, the entity, what I have, what I create in my four lower bodies, and I created that self when I feel and see myself like a separate being. And through that separation, I create all those cells or that separate self. That can be some of what I described, some of them, how I look myself or how I feel myself, something like that.
Yep. Okay, so can you give an example of a separate self, like describe a particular separate self that you've addressed?
Yeah, this can be like that. You can go and look just in the mirror, and you just look your body, and you feel yourself very bad. You know that you are not good enough, or you just looking some of your places in your body, and you just feel that, oh, I just so horrible, you know, and this can be like very strong emotion, and I just even don't want to be in my body, you know. It's just like, just me. Ooh, I can't look that, you know, and I feel that I just not good enough, and this like can be that way in my like situation through my life. You know, I have a very strong feeling that, you know, that very strong self, separate self, what is related to my how I see myself and how I feel myself, and something again that even can be that way, that I just can wearing some t-shirt, and I feel how it touches my body,
Yeah.
and I feel so not good feeling, you know, just I'm not good enough again, you know, that I must do something, that because I have that belly or whatever, or some self what I have when I eat food, and after when I eat my food, I feel that my stomach is full, you know, and after when I feel this full stomach, I just have this like I have full stomach, I'm not good enough, why I eat so much, you know, at something like that, you know.
Yeah, that's really interesting that you sort of talked about separate cells. No one's actually done this before when it's relating distinctly with the physical body. But it's, yeah, it's kind of true. Like I know I have a separate self that's very sensitive to the sound, but it's the reaction when I let a sound bother me, and yeah, there's a separate self that reacts to that. So I just think it's interesting that you talked about a body separate self.
Yeah, and this when I look back into my life, and I see that I just have a lot of them. It's like sense of identity. This can be different thoughts about woman or about some person. Just like a lot of them. It's like, wow. Just if I start looking how much I have them some time ago, it's like
Yeah. Yeah. And so can you share with us like what you do? Like, let's say, you know, you've observed a separate self come up. Like, what's your process for dealing with it?
Hmm. Um, time back when I don't have this like a conscious understanding how these things work. I just when I have this identity that I am a separate being, then I deal a little bit differently, like with those separate selves. I like how to say, create like new identity where I just seeing something in me that is not okay, or this is what lowering me. I just create like new identity that I say I can do that anymore. I can be that person anymore. I just need to change, and I just create like new separate self or something like that. But it's like I go a little bit higher than I was, and but after when I start consciously seeing and consciously more understand how this thing work, I start like how to say, separate myself from that primal self, or how to say, I just feel that I am conscious being and this is who I really am. And through that feeling and through that understanding, I just start like switch myself into my real being, who I am, and through that I seeing in feeling who I am, I just see that self. It doesn't matter. Does I see that I'm ugly, or I have some feelings about some person, I just can like step out and be conscious of myself, feel that flow, and just start looking and like turning that self, just watching that self one corner to another corner, and just even sometime go inside that self, and the feeling that I'm inside, I'm like blinded by that self, and after when I, how to say, resolve my primal self, I had this connection even when I am inside in that separate self. I feel that I have it like support to see and look that, but I know that I don't lost my mind, and don't lost myself into that separate self. And I just be inside that, looking that, and just coming out and see it, looking again from another side, feeling that emotion or whatever, and that just like saying that I don't want you anymore. I just don't need you anymore. I am not you, and you just must die. And when some traumatic situation from my childhood, I just jump into that situation, looking the situation for itself, feeling myself very bad, that like emotions and crying and everything come up. I just looking that young boy and just start like working, and it's not you anymore. I feel who I am, and I see that you're a separate self, and you must just go, and I'm not you. You just must die. And this like you every day, it's not big problem anymore for me today. I'm just working with them that way. Something like that.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. Thank you for sharing and explaining that. So would you now like just tell us a bit about your story, like your history on earth, and then your spiritual journey along, like just tell us all about you, Flow.
Okay, I think that in all history on earth, I think I can say or talk about this life that I have, this last life, because in this time I like can say that I go very down level of consciousness, low level of consciousness, and there's come up everything. Every self what I have in this planet, what I create, I just must look in this life, and in this life I born in Estonia, and my mother was and is Russian, and father is Ukrainian, and they don't have very like good relationship or harmonic relationship. I see a lot of fighting and lot of negativity and a lot of untrust and hatred towards women and all that things. And I feel all the time from my childhood like a very strong fear, that and sense that I am not good enough all the time, and my father and some people try to put me down, you know, just emotionally and physically, and I just like when I was young boy, I somehow feel that connection inside me. But after that, when I have some these traumatic experiences, I just like switch myself into those. Also go more into the dualistic like self, you know, just like switch myself and start fighting back and create this identity, and feel myself like a separated being totally, you know, that I don't have God, I don't have no connection with me inside me. I just can't trust nothing and no one, you know. And this hatred just growing inside me all the time. I just start hate peoples, you know, just like coming that way. But after some time, when I already go, I don't know how much lower I can go, where I feel just that I can die soon because of some situations what I have created in my life, or this some fights where I'm fighting with some peoples, and you know, this like 90s and 2000s in Estonia is like a lot of criminal and different things happened, and it's like I understand that I soon can be dead, or I kill someone and I spend all my life in jail, you know. And after that, when I find myself in that feeling that I don't understand the meaning of life and why I am on this planet and what is the reason, when I looking around myself, watching my parents or whatever situation happening around me, I just don't understand what is the reason for living, you know, that life is just meaningful, no reason for living, and I just understand that nothing is holding me here, you know. And then I had this like some saying, something like coming out from me that if there is something that I can understand more, or see some other thing that I know or I have now, that then I must to know. I like asking from God, you know.
Yeah.
That show me if you are somewhere, you know. I don't trust this God who I see in my life, you know, that God who is punishing you and this kind of gods. I don't trust and I don't believe them, you know. But I ask someone, you know, if you somewhere, let me know, you know. And after that, you know, this start something shifting inside of me. I start seeing or feeling inside me some like direction, and now it's like Christ self is like start showing me something what I can let go in that situation. And since 20 years, when I was 20 years old, I start step by step like seeing something in my psyche, letting slowly go, you know. And step by step I start freeing myself from that sense of identity what I have, and I start growing, you know. And yeah.
and so like when and how did you discover the teachings through Kim? Like, you know, when did you start directly working with the masters, like, you know, being aware that you're working with the masters?
Since 2000 and 2015. Yeah. I start when I meet Kim Michaels first time, then like I start consciously like seeing more, looking inside me and working with teachings. 2015, yeah. But before that is like I just moving like this inner guidance, just intuitively moving through different. I start reading a lot of books and just. First, I start with some financial books where I try to make some money or create some companies, and then after that, I start reading more spiritual books, and And then this 2015, yeah, I see that I'm preparing myself that I can must to come through that something in me when I don't consciously know as masters, you know. I don't consciously sense them, like that I must to come through some cells. This is my somehow divine plan that I just must to come to that period alone, somehow alone, not so conscious. And after 2015, it's like a conscious work when I just start looking and working with my ego and disidentify myself from that state of identity that I am this being who I not really am, who I am.
And how did you find how did you come across the teachings through Kim? Like, what was your experience there?
How I find that? I mean, yeah, or oh, okay. When I lost all, how to say, lost all what I have in this life, whatever is physical things or whatever, some relationships or whatever. I just coming to that place where I just feel inside me that I'm ready to something more, and I know that something is soon happening. I don't know what happening, but I just try this process and 2015, I just see that someone is sharing some page in Facebook, and I just going onto the website and I seeing that there is some information about. They're not straight information about Ascent Masters, but there is some information about some topics what I feel that I am interested. I just start reading this information, and then I find that there is some events is coming soon, and then I just look what events is this. Some Kim Michaels coming, and then I just going to that event and just then see and feel first time how to say presence of Ascent Masters when Kim start giving invocation. No, not invocation, but coming this dictation coming first, Archangel Michael, and after that I just feeling that I'm fine and I'm in right place. And then after that, like Mother Mary start.
And can I, Kirill, I just want to let people know that you didn't even speak or understand English in this moment, did you? Like, you were reading just vibration. So just describe that for us.
Yeah, in that place, my English is not somehow say zero, you know, in this time. But when I hearing how Kim start giving this first dictation and Archangel Michael start speaking through him, I just sitting in my chair and just opening my mouth and feeling it. Wow, that this is I'm in the right place. I know that this is even though I don't understand, I just feel in my heart that yes, I'm here. I am arrived, and I just feel like happiness inside me and after that, when Archangel Michael is given his dictation, him say that Mother Mary want to say something to us, and then Mother Mary give dictation too, and I feel just how this energy coming and these differences, that Archangel Michael and Mother Mary and how Kim changed his, how this like something changed so much that I just I can say nothing. I just know that that's it. And here I am. Wow. I must to go on, and
it's such a testimony to that, it's reading vibration. That's it's not even so much about the words, it's the vibration that tells us we're on the path and we're connecting with a higher intelligence than our own, a higher mind.
Yeah, even I don't understand conscious level that I just feel that I don't know what I can say about that, because it's like first time where I feel that so strongly, that this can be that way. Wow. and it's like just the flow. Yeah.
Yeah. And so how did your life sort of change and move on from that point? Like tell us about how your journey moved on.
I start, of course, first of all, I buy all these Estonian books in Estonian language, all books what they have. I start reading them, and when I read them, I just start using decreasing invocations. I find that Estonian website, where is that translated in Estonian language, Kim's teachings, and I start using them and giving invocations and decrees, and then it's like step by step I start more like disidentify myself with that ego-based identity, like I start seeing my ego, how is my ego working and doing all the things, and I then understand that this is not me, and I just using the teachings, and I know that I had an inner sense, something in me that after some time something is dying, but I don't understand what happening, and this is where I'm moving to closer to this, where I just let this primal self, or this identity, what is like separated being, just let this identity die, and after, when I have this I can say not dramatic, but very strong change in me, because this was very big change. It's like a jump or change, like Master say, that you just quantum leap, where you have this blinded. How to say, you identify yourself as like this lower being, and you feel yourself that you have these blocks, and you like blinded by this veil. And when the shift is happening, I feel that this veil is gone, and I feel that the very big weight is go down to from my shoulders, and this connection, this vibration inside me, I just feel so strongly that it's like just vibrating inside my heart, And in the beginning stages, I just feel that my body almost like somehow burning, or like very big change for me is in this time. Of course, good that I have teachings, and I have like somehow smoothly moved, from that old state of mind to that new state of mind, where I sense myself, I feel myself like a newly reborn being, and Christ being, Christ in action. And I just remember that I using this teachings when Kim started working with Jesus 2002, and I just using his sort of teachings, how Jesus worked with Kim, and just coming to that period of time where I just start understanding and experiencing who I really am in my heart, and then I just maybe 2 years take the time. When 2015 I start working consciously. 2017 I think I go first time into the conference, 2017, and that 2 years I just using to balance myself, and just clearing, and I do that even today, to an everyday basis, where I just monitoring myself and working all the time, I can say. But today I do that like joy, just flowing in that flow, and you are one with all that movement, what is inside you, and you one part of that big mind, Christ mind, and just at whatever may come, I ready.
And so how do you, like, let's say, like, with this wonderful expansive feeling of being a sort of when your mind expands like this and you're coming into such a higher way of being, how do you get on with like in your relationships with people who aren't so spiritual, like people out in the world? Like, how do you bring the big you to the outside world? I hope that is worded well enough for you.
Mm-hmm. Somehow before that 2015, I already somehow start moving this road where I feel myself that I am like somehow spiritual being, and I just start already then expressing myself, and people started seeing that I go a little bit crazy, or this is not who I was, because they know that I am a different person, how I react to life and to people's, and they don't understand. They have like strong reaction on my parents or people who is around me and with who I interact. For them is like they think that I go a little bit, I lost my mind, and because I have experienced some dramatic situations, we can say in business and in different relationship with people in Russia. When I work in Russia, then they think that I broken, it's broken guy who just tried to find himself, but I just feel inside me this peace, and after when I have this big change, when this I just feel myself so much differently. After that, that somehow I sharing myself, I even freely, but somehow a balanced way, I just maybe disappear a little bit, distance myself. It's from some people who don't understand me. I just don't interact with them so much anymore, and I just start like moving and living a new life, and just create new connections. And but yeah, I have a connection with old friends, how to say old friends, with my mother, with my father, but this is not so, how to say, mother and son connections, or because I see through that how they playing these games, these people with who I living my life before that. It's like through that ego, and I see that I see that this is not how to say, it's not real, and I just somehow showing them that, but even just sometimes they react strongly, my father or mother, just and I just giving them little bit and I somehow sense today in the balanced way how much I can give and how I can interact with different peoples. I just sense them level of consciousness, and I just somehow feel how much they can take on.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yeah, I understand you. Good. And so like same in the workplace, like you just adjust to sort of that situation.
Yeah, in the workplace I do. Yeah, I just I changed already since that 2 companies. I don't build my own business yet. I just want to express myself in the, how to say, normal people. I just not like people like everywhere. Just I start sharing myself with those guys who are around me in those companies. I just working in one company 2 years, and then I feel that I already give to that guys or to that people's what they can take, and I just move on to the next place and look where my flow is, where I go with my flow, and just moving to another company, working there, find some very good people, meet them, sharing them what I have inside me, and then I just move on. And now I working in other companies, not because I not good worker. I just I have a very good relationship with those old companies, and owners. But I just know that this is not my like journey to stay in one place and feel myself comfortable because I am around these people who I know, and I just move on, and I can change my surroundings and just share myself again. And when I feel that now I must move on, I just move on. But now I work in third company and just express myself there.
It's like you're just flowing with the river of life always. Like when the river just flows on, you flow on to whatever's coming next.
Yeah. And also at the same time, I again met someone, and I just can see that I have some reaction to that person, and if I have some reaction, I just looking, oh, what is that? I just working again and with myself and just moving on. And I don't have like some dreams or some visions where I move. Even I don't know what happened tomorrow. I just feel just trusting this flow. I just know that if I feel inside me that I must do that, I just do that. I just don't think about it. Just go and do what I feel. And
yeah, nice. So tell me a little bit about the primal self that you've worked on, and like you've healed it, right?
Yeah. Now I can say that I heal that. I can say that I let that primal self go, because this is like something that how I identify myself that I'm a separate being. And when I disidentify myself from that primal self, I like see that this is illusion, that I am more than this separate being. And then after that, when I feel that, when I let that part of me go, this egoic self, and this behind that is the very strong, how to say, being or ego, who is like holding very strongly. He's like saying that you can't let go me, and you can, because you are dying if you let go me. And we want to do so much things together. It's like my best friend somehow, some way. But I just know that this love that I feel inside me deeply through my whole life, I know that I must find that love, and this love is this connection with my I am presence, and this oneness with my I am presence. And after when I come out from that separate self, I just seeing this illusion, and I don't need you anymore, and you must die. You must die, just die. And this is like when I feel that this primal self is just gone. But and at the same time, I somehow work with my birth trauma too, because this related somehow and connected. But when I experience my birth trauma, when I come to the planet,
Yep.
At the same time, like when I start seeing this egoic self, primal self, letting that go, and then at the same time, I'm working through that birth trauma too, where I feel myself very, very how to say, very burdened and very something what happened with me when I was a young child. Something happened with my family. I just sensed that they was killed or something, and they just experienced through me that, and I just see that I'm not this being who don't have this connection somehow inside me. I just know who I am, and I just let step by step that birth trauma like go somehow.
Yeah. I think, like with the birth trauma, I know with me, it's sort of like my feeling was like I doubted that I was that I was welcome here on the planet. Like I had this big doubt in myself. I just didn't feel that I've made a mistake coming to Earth, even. Like, that was sort of how it played out in my mind. Yeah.
And it's also the sense that I'm inferior being, that is not a good enough, and it's like something with my birth trauma too, you know, that yeah. But now I feel that it's like I'm somehow dealt with that. I'm free from this. I have freedom, and just only what is my like indicator. I just have that flow. I just flowing and letting myself being in the flow. I feel that conscious being who I am, that connection inside me, and this is giving me for myself this indication that I am in right place. And if I feel that something starts like coming, like some veils coming down, I just start looking. What is that? Aha, here you are. Oh, I see you. Ah, okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. So that's all really lovely. So thank you so much, Kirill, for sharing about yourself and your amazing perspectives on life and the way you've gone through your journey. And I can really feel that you are just comfortable and at home with who you are. Like, your presence just feels very, I'm here and solid.
Yeah.